All three of you because this concerns all of you.
How so?
The thing that threw me, Cliff, was that I never picked it up in you. Mr. Barnes, did any doctor ever tell you that you had a genetic disorder called neurofibromatosis?
I saw a doctor once who said a broken leg, but I don't remember him mentioning anything about the whatever.
Neurofibromatosis.
Is that what's making him sick?
No, but when I examined your father, I found 6 or 7 cafe au lait spots, discoloration of the pigment of the skin. I did a hearing test. Your daddy tells me his hearing has gotten worse. X-rays and a neurological examination confirmed my diagnosis.
Well, what does all this mean?
Neurofibromatosis is an inherited genetic disease.
Does that mean that Cliff and I have it?
Yes. Although you may display none of the symptoms, you are all carriers.
Well, if we don't have any of the symptoms and we aren't sick from it, what's the problem?
Mr. Barnes, did you have any other children?
I had an older brother, Tyler. He died when he was 6 months old. And there was a girl between Pam and myself. She died right before she was a year old. And we never found out why.
Yes, I was afraid of that. Cliff, Mrs. Ewing, you two were lucky. You survived. Your father survived. The three of you were spared. But this disease is passed from parent to child on down through the generations. Mrs. Ewing, you don't have any children, do you?
No.
Cliff, you haven't become a father since I saw you last?
Why?
Well, because if you had, I would suggest an immediate examination to see if the child had any detectable tumors. Your family history is bad.
Are you suggesting that if I had a child, he could die within 6 months, like my brother and sister?
To be blunt, yes.
I've got to get to Sue Ellen. I've got to tell her about little John.
No, you don't.
I don't. Hey, you know, he's got to be checked. Something has to be done, anything. I don't want him to die.
Then let me handle it.
No, I'll handle it. Sue Ellen should be told. She has a right to know.
Cliff, Sue Ellen's already so guilty about the baby, this could put her over the edge. Don't you understand she's not well emotionally? I'll take the baby to a pediatrician tomorrow. If he doesn't find anything in a routine check, then I'll take him to Fort Worth. I'm trying to help you and Sue Ellen, and most of all, that poor baby.
Okay, but do it. And then you let me know. You let me know what's happening with my son.
Of course I will.
Your son seems to be fine at the moment. We did a rather extensive set of neurological tests, and I find no evidence of tumors. As you can see, there are no telltale signs of the cafe au lait spots on his body.
Then he doesn't have neurofibromatosis.
No, Mrs. Barnes, he has it. See, we're talking about a genetic disease. It's passed on from parent to child. If, as you tell me, it was diagnosed in your father, then you have it, and so does your baby. In fact, I would suggest that you make an appointment for a physical, because with your family history, it is important that you have regular checkups.
What about my baby?
Mrs. Barnes, I wish that I could say something more comforting. You see, with adults in this kind of thing, the chances of it being fatal are rare. But unfortunately, with infants, tumors can show up anytime. And quite often, they do turn into neuroblastomas.
What's that?
A malignancy, Mrs. Barnes. Cancer. Now, the rate of survival in infants is not good, and I'm sorry. So, frequent checkups are the best thing that you can do for your baby.
Thank you, Doctor.
Mrs. Barnes, I really am terribly sorry. I just thought that you should know everything. In case you and your husband are thinking of having another baby.